Alright, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Macha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Just a quick, news update, prophecy update, news and prophecy, however you want to categorize it. And this is an article that was sent to me by a brother. Alright, and I believe he lives around, this area here in the UK. And he was just letting me know that is what they're basically getting ready to do. Now it says, military on standby to help Birmingham's door-to-door COVID testing. Okay? And it's just as it sounds, man. And we did say this, man. All right? They're going to come door-to-door COVID testing. And that raises up the question, what do you do, all right, if they come and you don't want to get tested? All right? Because if they're doing this for door-to-door testing, who knows if they'll do that or if they won't do that for door-to-door vaccinations. So it says Birmingham City Council is hoping to use the military to provide extra capacity for its door-to-door coronavirus testing. So now it's not you come and get tested, so certain people decide, oh, I'll show up, or oh, I won't. They're coming door to door. Now let's look up military definition. It says here, military, relating to or characteristic of soldiers or armed forces. All right, keyword armed forces. Let's read here. A military, also known collectively as armed forces, is a heavily armed, highly organized force primarily intended for warfare. So if they're getting ready to use the military to come test you, does that mean that they've declared war on the people? It says typically officially authorized and maintained by a sovereign state, so on and so forth. Now, let's read some characteristics. Fighting, service, army, armed, all right, warrior, soldiery, martial, okay? These are the synonyms, okay, for military. Fighting, okay? Armed, warrior. This is who they're bringing to your door. Now ask yourself, why do you need to bring armed fighters, okay, to people's doors just to get tested? Because they're anticipating in case, and they make it seem as though it's just extra bodies. Well, why are these extra bodies armed? They specialized in armed warfare. They're used for war. So if you're getting ready to use them on the people, that sounds like you're declaring war on the people, if you haven't already. Now it says, as the latest figures showed a rise in the number of COVID-19 cases in the region over the past 5 days, the council's deputy leader, Bridget Jones, said 500 council staff had been redeployed to its drop and collect testing service. Ms. Jones told the meeting of the West Midlands Combined Authority on Friday that the initiative involved going door to door in high-risk areas, offering testing kits to those with or without symptoms. Okay, so from the drop and collect, it sounds like they're gonna give you the test kit, you do it, and then they'll come and collect it. But as we all know, they start off saying one thing and then they end up doing another. This same way this. Hey, look at this. She throwing up the Baphomet, throwing up the demon, the devil horns, and they put it subtly. You think, oh, look, just a progressive commercial. She's harmless. Yeah, okay. Now, oh, look at that. London braces for new restrictions amid third wave. My goodness. But anyway, just like the virus the lockdown was supposed to be for 2 weeks, and here we are months later. Shows you how much of their words you can trust. It says it's very much an extra capacity, feet on the ground sense. It's literally just to support the civilian effort side of things, and we'll be in a position next week to confirm whether or not they will be providing extra capacity or how that might be working. All right, and it's key to note that the military, it's easier for the military to force things to happen than to try and come and talk to you about certain things. All right, so it says Miss Jones said of the door-to-door scheme, We are doing it because there are areas where there are very high levels of COVID, and we believe there may be asymptomatic people and other people in the community who haven't accessed tests. All right, making it seem as though, oh, they're not able to get it, so we're here to come give it to them. Maybe they haven't done it because they don't have the virus, or maybe they just don't want to be tested. But see, we're getting to that point where that's not an option. Okay, that is not an option. It says we are 2 weeks into intervention in Birmingham, where we have been asking households not to mix in gardens and homes because those are still the areas where we think we are getting the most cases from. Mix. What does that mean? That means that if I'm in my household, I shouldn't come to your household, you know, because that's a mix. Somebody from one household is in another household, or people from different households are meeting each other. All right. It says followed by workplaces where social distancing isn't being observed properly. Hospital admissions in the city are described as having been high but stable over the last few days, while 6.6% of tests are now coming back as positive, or 6.7% percent of tests are now coming back positive amid a rise in cases among those aged 20 to 40. So now the age is getting younger and younger. You know, at first, oh, young people don't really get it like that. Now, to hell with that. It's gone from old to young to black to Hispanic to Native American to white to, man. All right. This virus has been everywhere, man. Okay. They said it attacks people who are 6 feet. You know, they're more likely to get it. Next thing you know, it hides, and men are more likely to get it because it can be in your nutsack. You know, it's just, Corona is just everywhere. First it's airborne, then it's not airborne. All right. You know, it's just that super virus that can do everything. It says our plea to residents would be if one of our staff knocks on your door, please take up the opportunity to take a test, Ms. Jones added. Meanwhile, the West Midlands Assistant Police and Crime Commissioner Wahid Salim said officers would move faster to deal with oh, let me read that. Officers would move faster to deal with COVID rule breachers. What does that mean? Let's read. Mr. Salim told the meeting since September 20, we have received over 1,000 calls, about 200 on average a day, on COVID breaches, including illegal gatherings and other minor breaches that have been happening. West Midlands Police are asking people who see others ignoring COVID regulations to use an online breach report form or call the force if they witness large illegal gatherings. So basically snitch. All right. Boy, man, these times we're coming into are going to be very interesting. It says the force's temporary assistant chief constable Claire Bell said we are finding there are small minority that are repeatedly willfully flouting the rules. So what are they going to do, all right, to people like that? Why do you think they have the military? Okay. Now, she said here that their plea to the residents would be that if somebody knocks on your door to test you, take up the test. Take the test. But what if you don't? See, they don't mention that. They got the military ready to go to door to give you tests, but they don't mention what happens if you don't want to open your door for them to come and test you. See? Because they know exactly what they're trying to do. Now from there, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 22. And this is going to happen, man. It says, let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. For they have digged a pit to take me and hit snares for my feet. And we being in the shoes of Jeremiah today, people really hate us and they really, have it out for us. So what's going to happen to them? When we've been warning them and they haven't been taking heed, the Lord is going to have them troops come door to door, all right? And they're going if you're not complying, they're going to round you up or they're going to hurt you. All right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Okay? 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 31. Even so in those days there shall be left 3 or 4, or there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the modern day sword is a gun. All right, whether it be people breaking into houses for food or other resources, or it be these troops, all right, going door to door, rounding people up. Okay, But it's definitely going to be some interesting times, man. So yeah, it's just a quick update, all right, on what's going on, all right, what they're planning to do. All right, as the scriptures say, we have to be what? Vigilant, and we have to be circumspect, redeeming the times, for the days are evil. Okay, so Lord willing, you were edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Macha, Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.